I'm going to specifically talk about how to have the comeback of dreams. I believe that your being is split into different categories: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And then there's also add ons like um, financial and social, which, I mean, yeah, they're important, but I believe that they aren't as important as the other ones. Or if you prioritize the other ones, your social and financial, those add ons will eventually improve over time simultaneously. Your being is about you and you first before anyone else. So, before anything, prioritize your spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical health. I understand that in our day and age, there's a lot of non believers, there's a lot of atheists. I mean, I used to be agnostic once upon a time for 2 years, which is not necessarily the same, but is something that can somewhat overlap. At this moment in time, I do believe that God exists, but I'm not here to argue whether he exists or not. One thing I will just tell you is to try and believe in something that's bigger than yourself. Whether it's hope, whether it's fate, whether it's destiny, look towards the sky and speak your desperation because God doesn't need you to say his name in order to listen to you. It's good to believe that there's something bigger than you shepherding your life because, I mean, you're only human. There's only so much you can do, and if you try and do too much, you'll end up destroying it. Try and take on too many burdens at once, and all of those other categories, your mental health, physical health, emotional health, they'll all take a punch. But if you have hope that your life is in the hands of something that can help you, that'll be a weight off your shoulders. It's important to push yourself physically hard. I feel like physical performance and physical improvement is the most simple and least complicated way to see growth. You run faster, you jump higher, you weigh more, you weigh less, you can move more weight. In any sport, any physical activity, any crafting, singing, dancing, writing, drawing, acting, poetry, anything that you can physically see yourself improving and physically see yourself doing. In terms of emotional health, your ability and your ability to express your emotions should never be something you should feel like you have to hide. I don't really like the term controlling your emotions. I don't even think it's possible, to be honest. You can control in the way that you react to certain things or your responses, but you can never really control your emotions, I don't think. I think that they just naturally happen. Like if you're watching a sad movie, you can't really control if you get sad or not. It's either you get sad or you don't. But in terms of controlling your responses and your reactions, sometimes this can mean just letting it out. All of the anger, all of the hurt, all of the pain, all the sadness, all the confusion, all of it. And for such emotions, I believe that you need outlets. Now, I believe that journaling is a very good one. You write down everything that you feel. Do not hold back. Use every bad word, every curse word, not for the sake of just saying it, but for the fact that that is genuinely how you feel. Write down every single one. And when I say write it down, I'm talking about a physical notebook. Write it down. Once you're done, close it. When you need to use it again, you can open it again. Write until you can't write anymore. Or you could just take a walk in nature. Sit under a tree, breathe some air, and you may be upset and you may be angry, but the sky didn't do anything to you. The grass didn't do anything to you. The leaves didn't do anything to you. The trees, the water, the air, they didn't do anything to you. So it's very hard to stay angry for a prolonged period of time when you're surrounded by things that are so innocent. And if you continue to stay angry or whatever emotion it is around these things that are so innocent, or for some reason they, I guess, fuel your fire, then that's when you might be the problem. They will never be angry at you back, and eventually you'll realize that being angry is just hopeless. Next, if you don't have your mental health in check, nothing else is ever going to work out because you'll just doubt everything that you do. You need a positive perception of yourself, and in order to do that, you need to tell yourself positive things. I saw something today which I thought was a good idea, which it said like, let's say, currently say now, you can even say it or write it down, 10 things about yourself that you currently like. 10 positive things. Like for myself, I'll go right now. Um, a calm nature, the ability to see multiple perspectives. I'm always constantly looking at more than one perspective instead of just being narrow minded. Patience. I feel like I have a sense of resilience. I'm uh my height, I'm 6'3", so my height. My ability to see things with clarity. I feel like I do focus on the things that are actually important. My hobbies, I feel like at this point in my life, I have so many hobbies and I've developed so many hobbies over time that I often just feel like I don't have enough time in the day. Like, it's gotten to the point where I've even like taken up rock collecting as a hobby. And this is my lucky one, so I just keep it on my desk. I forgot what number I'm on, but again, I don't find myself judging people. I don't really find myself getting jealous, and I'll do two more. Um, I keep trying no matter what. Like, I've had a lot of bad experiences, but the regardless of all of those experiences, I've never stopped trying just to make things better for myself. Because the time is gonna pass regardless. I mean, if you whether you do something or don't do anything about it. And my last one, I would say, is that I feel like I've done well for myself. I feel like if I actually state that I want to do something, truly believe that I myself can actually do it. I don't know how much that was, but you get the gist. And if you cannot think of 10 positive things about yourself, how about think of 10 positive things that people would say about you? Even if you don't reach 10, just start listing them. Even if you only get to 1, 3, 4, 5, just start listing them. But one of the best decisions you can make for yourself is to decide that you want to change. You can actually get up and say to yourself that you don't want to be sad anymore. Or you can say to yourself you don't want to be depressed anymore. Yes, obviously it is easier said than done. And is it just going to change things instantly? No. But that decision is a stimulus in a chemical reaction. And because of that reaction, sorry, and because of that decision, a reaction is coming. Prioritize your physical, spiritual, emotional, and mental health. In terms of finances, honestly, just get to work. If that means having to get a job, do it. Even if it isn't one that's great. You could always look, whilst you're doing that job, whether it's cleaning toilets, I don't know, something that majority of people would look down upon or wouldn't want to do. Whilst you're doing that job, if you don't like it, you can just do it and then just look for a new job whilst you're doing it. Maybe a better one, or maybe one that you find more tolerable. But just because it's one that is not necessarily suited to you, it's just it's not an excuse just to not do anything. Don't ever think you're too good to do something. Because things rarely come at once. Your efforts have to stack and they have to amount to something. Each skill that you gain from your first job, each second of experience that you gain from your first job can lead into and contribute to your next job. And then that can contribute to your third job and then your fourth. And those efforts can make a big contribution to your career in general. The goal is to make what we love doing what we love doing our job. But as of right now, we're not there yet. Therefore, outside of these working hours, we have to put our own behind the scenes work. We have to work on our own crafts, what we enjoy, what we love. and we have to keep building them. And in terms of social, just make the effort to socialize with strangers. Give out compliments, talk to people, say hello, ask people how they are. Just smile or wave. Start with small things. Place yourself in public settings, even if you are alone, and then just speak to someone. Even if that conversation doesn't go well, there's people at every single turn, every single direction. You will never run out of opportunities to speak to someone or make connections.